From the beginning? Yeah. So basically, what we're doing here is now I've taken the information you've given me and I've compiled as best I can a menu. This is basically, I'm just explaining to you, and this is part of my job, to explain to you all of your payment options when you're purchasing this 2011 Sorento from us for $28,000. You trade value, we're showing you $5,000. Your tax, title, license about right around $1,158. Your down payment $3,000 taken into account, leaving your total due $24,000 and some change. Now, as far as financing, your payment options are as follows, and I want to talk with you a little bit, have a little conversation about exactly what each of these are and what these products do for you as well.
My salesman said it would be this much.
Right, yeah, that is your base payment, and I want to go ahead and let you know that, since you've already know, that not only is this your base payment, you have the option of buying this vehicle, or this vehicle, or this vehicle, or this vehicle, or this one. And we've negotiated you buying it at this price, right? Now these are your payment options. So it's your options that by law I'm required to explain to you, okay? Let's go through them real quick. First of all, your vehicle service contract. Now, your vehicle service contract covers everything that isn't covered by your standard factory warranty that comes with your Kia. Of course, you have the 100,000 miles, 10 years on the powertrain, but on everything else, we want to cover you, should you choose this, we want to cover you on this all the way up to 10 years, from the time you buy this vehicle to 10 years, on everything that's not covered on the powertrain warranty that extends for the 10 years, full 10 years or 100,000 miles. So everything that's not transmission, engine, drivetrain, powertrain, everything that's not that, which is a lot of your vehicle, the Sorento, percentage-wise, would not be covered after the initial 3 years, 36,000 miles, okay? So this is what I'm offering, is to extend this for you to the full 100,000 miles on everything, okay? Now, instead of just the powertrain. So also making available to you tire and wheel. The tire and wheel covers you should you have a road hazard, should you be on a trip heading down to Destin, should you take trips down there to see your family. Now, I don't know if you've ever had this happen or been in a situation where you said you didn't use AAA or anything like that, but of course most of us have been stranded on the side of the road at some point or another. So to save you the inconvenience of that, and to also save you on some of the cost, I'm making available to you this tire and wheel. What that does is, should you have a blowout due to anything that's normally on the roadway, not a curb, not off-roading, those things wouldn't be covered. But should you have a normal road hazard, you'd be covered. We could also come out to you and do the work with no charge, no deductible. And also, trip interruption. Have you heard of that, trip interruption? It's something that we're offering with our vehicle service contract and tire wheel. And should you actually be on a trip, head down to Destin, Florida, and have to pull over because your vehicle's not working correctly and you need service done, if your trip is interrupted, we'll actually reimburse you up to $75 a day for 3 days. We'll also take care of your rental should you need a rental with this plan. We'll take care of your rental, and we'll take care of that cost for 7 days, up to $35 a day. Now, moving right along, your gap insurance. Now, you mentioned that you totaled the vehicle once and that you've been driving, and that the cost of what was left over and what you owed on the vehicle and what the vehicle is worth according to your insurance, there's a significant difference. I don't remember how much, but I do know that the average, that on average we can save you about, wrong place, sorry, gap insurance. You familiar with that? Good. You said you'd had an accident before and that you'd actually totaled the vehicle before. Well, should it happen again, our gap insurance is going to cover you for the difference between what you owe on the vehicle and what the vehicle is actually worth, okay? So instead of having to pay the difference and come up with a down payment for another vehicle, your gap insurance is going to help you to find that down payment money. Your Xylon, this is the environmental protection that we sort of talked about, or we touched on earlier when you came in. You spoke with the salesperson, and they'd ask if you had any environmental protection. That's what they're asking about. Xylon is a great product, which is just recently, in the last few years, been used in the automotive industry. Originally, it came from the Boeing company, the developers, 747 jets, Airbuses. And they use this originally just in the aviation department, or aviation field, in order to maintain the paint on the outside and clear coating outside of the jets, as well as on the inside. Of course, with anything that has a lot of traffic in and out, you get stains, you get edible food stains, crayons melted on seats. Now, with your car, should any of that happen with you, they will either repair the damage professionally, clean and remove the damage, or they're going to replace it for you. And that's for 5 years. That environmental protection is for 5 years. So should any tree sap, bird shit. How do you say bird shit? Anyway, should there be any tree sap or any birds using the bathroom in the car? Should there be any damage caused to your paint, the outside, the exterior, or the interior? And we're going to take care of that for you. The LTOC, lifetime oil change. That's right. I can remember those. Lifetime oil change is something that we offer to you here. And should you bring your vehicle back here, we will, to have it serviced with this, it's not going to charge you anything. It's not going to cost anything for you. We're going to replace your oil filter and do your oil change, no charge. It's something that we just want to make it very convenient for you. So now that I've kind of gone through and given you an idea of what we're talking about, and we've discussed these options, this is our first payment option. Our second payment option, same as this, except for the lifetime oil changes. You give that up, but your price obviously is reflected here. So there's not much of a difference between what, $438 and $433. Again, this is giving up the lifetime oil change, and that trend sort of follows on down. If you just look with me, the vehicle service contract is included here, tire wheel here, GAP Xylon, lifetime oil change or not. Okay, and finally, one more option that we've got. I really thought that the GAP insurance was something that you would like, and something that would give you a peace of mind. So I wanted to include it as one of your payment options here, whereas the Xylon and the lifetime oil change are left off on this payment option. Now, which of these do you think best suits you?
I think I just want to stick with my base payment.
Okay. And is there some reason that these products don't fit your needs that you can see?
Well, I mean, they all sound pretty good, but I'm on a pretty strict budget, and I just think I'm most comfortable with this.
Okay. All right. Well, Jesse, I understand being on a budget, and I'm on a budget as well. I have to watch every penny going out and coming in. And that being said, I not only budget what I have presently, but we also have to budget what's coming up, right?
Sure.
Well, it's hard to budget for what's coming up when you don't know what's coming up. Am I wrong about that? This is why I think that this service right here is probably going to be best for you. And here's why. Tire and wheel. Let's say on this Sorrento you have a blowout and it does damage your wheel. Let's say it damages more than one wheel. You hit the same pothole twice. You got you got one flattened wheel, tire, and another flat tire, and a damaged rim. Let's just do the numbers. Okay. And I've got this laminate here, and I'll just show you. We're looking at, for one damaged wheel and tire, you're looking at about $400 conservatively on this vehicle specifically. So you have one also flat tire that you need to replace. Let's say that's going to be $190 on this vehicle. So if you do the math already, you can see that you can save yourself $600 by preparing ahead of time, just by having just a wheel and tire. Now that I've explained it that way to you, is it still something that you're not interested in?